Hello and welcome to today's guided meditation, and I'm just going to recap on the themes that we are journeying through the month of November. And the theme is fluidity, and the first meditation that I have done was on clarity. The second last week it has been about heart-centeredness, and today we're going into a theme of self-love. So I will be repeating this, but as I said before, and I'm just going to repeat that again, these meditations, they build on top of each other, and it is about our willingness to go deep into our psyche, to go deep into our body, and to go deep into our soul. Because what I have noticed, what has been happening, I think like over the last couple of years, but I think especially right now, like I feel it very strongly, and I do see my clients, people I work with, and also in my own circles, there is this big transformation that is happening globally, energetically, collectively. And what is happening is that we are moving into the new way of living, into the new way of being, and I think with all of this new way that is coming through, it is going to be about dropping our comparisons, dropping our ways of doing things, how we used to do them before. And by that I mean, all these, anywhere where we give our power away by making these, women on the magazines, by comparing ourselves to them, or just like it's so wide. So anywhere we compare ourselves to, and I don't want to say like there is a right or wrong way to do it, but I just feel like my approach, where I see myself going and where I invite you to journey with me, is that by we taking care of ourselves and dropping that belief system or that mindset where we doing things like, for example, like exercising just because we want to look like that model on the magazine, that's a wrong way of doing it. Or I am following the diet because I need to fit into the certain size dress, that's a wrong way of doing it. The new way of doing it is, I'm doing it because I want to feel good. I'm doing it because I want to be me. I'm doing it because I want to feel calm and peaceful in my body. I'm doing it because I want a gentle approach to life, approach which energizes me in a different kind of way, in a gentle way. So I think it is going to be about and it is already happening, like dropping that pressure, dropping the force of needing to be a certain way, needing to look a certain way. And I think just looking back to my experience running a gym and like being in that environment for 5 years, I can see, why people are signing up for the gym. I think like the biggest percentage of that, it is because they want to look a certain way. And I think like many times we put the health second, like first maybe, but and this is not for everyone, because they had a lot of people who came because they wanted to be healthy and because they wanted to improve their health, but there also was a percentage of people who have been joining the gym because of the looks, because they wanted to look the certain way. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that too, but then it comes to the point where if you're doing something from a place of force or a place of pressure, it's never going to stick, or it's never going to give that fulfilling result that you might want. But instead, if you're going to concentrate on, I'm doing this because I want to feel good, I'm doing this because I want to improve my health, I'm doing this because I want to feel really calm, and I'm doing this because I love myself. And with this kind of intention or this kind of perspective, your body is going to start relaxing more, and all of that pressure is just going to start melting away. because we can't go, like, if it's not flowing and then we're forcing it to flow, like, we will break at some point. And then it just, then it's going to affect our mental health and our stress levels and our overall well-being. And at least my approach is really about doing everything very gently, very lovingly, by learning how to love ourselves and doing it from the place of love and from the place of self-care. And then when we do things with that intention or with that energy, our body starts to relax more, and then everything becomes more like effortless, and that's where we create the fluidity and flow in life. And this covers any area of our life. Take it your relationships, take it your well-being, take it your career or your business. This approach, you can apply to really any area. So when I say, moving into self-love this week, it is about, and looking into the clarity as well, it is about going deep into your heart, accessing those heart desires, and then through self-care, through self-love, because I think self-care and self-love, they go hand in hand. We're able to move deeply into life, which is filled with love and passion and fulfillment and purpose. And I think if we haven't learned all the way up to now the importance of slowing down, the importance of connecting to our bodies, the importance of the very basic human values, the importance of family and connection and our need for belonging. And if we haven't learned all of that up to now, then I don't really know what other kind of transformation or hit do we need in our lives to really get that. And I think through that, once we understand that, and once we start dropping deeper into the body, and once we start appreciating life and appreciating our body, we no longer feel like we need to run away or get away or damage our bodies with junk food or behaviors which just put stress on our well-being and our health and our systems, all of the body systems. So it is really about slowing down, being gentle, connecting to the body, and releasing those blocks, releasing those emotions that might have been started to surface this month. And by releasing that, we start creating the fluidity. We start creating space in our bodies. And if you have been having an emotional month this month, sit with it, because I feel like all of this, because we are dropping deeper into the body, we're starting to feel all of those emotions, suppressed trauma that has been surfacing over our life and all these different experiences where we went against the flow. And every time we went against the flow, we created this pressure and we created the trauma for the body. So now, everything that is coming up, it's coming up to be released. So we can find ourselves, in the right track, in this path of where our soul wants to lead us. And again, we can resist that, or we can just, follow that guidance. Yeah, so it is really, everything just boils down to how slow can we become and how still can we become. And with stillness, it's we resist it, because in stillness we have no other choice but to start listening. And sometimes what we hear is it's not always comfortable hearing that, because that would mean that we will have to change certain areas of our lives. And that change is not always easy. That change takes a lot of courage out of us, a lot of determination. And sometimes, it's easier to stay in our comfort zone instead of moving towards that which our, souls or our hearts want. So it's almost like, closing ourselves in this like this tiny circle, but then on the other hand, like seeing what is outside of that circle, and our heart, like feeling in our hearts deeply how we want that, how we want to experience that, but not allowing ourselves to go there. So with, like this month and these meditations, like we're bringing all of that stuff up so we can release that and create space for that which we want in our hearts and that which we want in our deep souls. Yeah. It feels a lot of energies are moving through us right now. There is a lot of things going on, and I have been asking myself, when the second wave of like COVID or the second wave of lockdown have started, I asked myself, okay, what is it that we haven't learned yet that we need to go into, the second lockdown? And the word that I got for that was compassion, and it is a compassion for ourselves and compassion for others. So really it's about if we are not able to see ourselves through the eyes of self-love and through the eyes of self-compassion, if we cannot find that self-compassion, that self-love for ourselves, it's really, I think sometimes it might be difficult to find that for others or see that for others. So it is like this journey is really about going within and finding that self-love and soul-aligned action that will lead you towards your dreams and towards that which you deeply want to experience in this life. Okay, so let's just move into the meditation today, and let's see what's going to come up in the meditation today. And I'm just going to invite you to take a few deep breaths in and out. Find yourself in a very comfortable position. I'm just finding my own, cross-legged. And start by closing your eyes and feeling your breath, connecting to your breath. And breathing in deeply through your nose. And out through your mouth. Just cleaning that slate, cleaning that space, energetically, emotionally within your body. And once your breath starts to settle, start noticing and observing how your body is starting to relax. And start noticing how you are connecting to your breath and how you're starting to connect to your body like you have never had before. And notice and observe how with each meditation this connection is deepening. Your connection with yourself, this life, this existence. And as this connection deepens, start noticing how you are becoming to relax, how your body is becoming more relaxed, being in this life. experiencing this life. And as it relaxes deeper and deeper and deeper, start noticing how with each layer of this deeper relaxation, it's starting to release any traumas, any memories that you no longer need. Any shocks, anything that is just taking the space in your body, and anything that is preventing your body and yourself, your soul, from this deeper relaxation that is preventing you from really connecting to your senses, so you could experience life in a much more profound way. And as you go through these meditations, and as you go through this deep relaxation into your body, start noticing how your life is going to start changing. Maybe you're starting to feel more, and your senses, they are becoming more in tune, more sensitive. And maybe even your orgasms becoming deeper. Because you're able to relax so deeply in your body that that pleasure, the passion starts radiating through every single cell of your body, your being. And there is nothing to be ashamed of. Just letting that shame go, releasing that from your body. And with these deeper relaxations, learning, observing, noticing that your senses are deepening in every single life experience. And the orgasm, you can feel it by connecting to the nature, dropping that maybe sexual attachment to it. But it's really about the orgasm of living life, experiencing life, being connected to life, to your body, to the existence of all that is. It's almost like letting the life give that love, make love, maybe in the way that you haven't experienced before. So it is really about our openness to life, openness to our new experiences. Openness to our existence. and openness to self-love and love of the body, like we have never experienced that before. And with all of these changes, all of these new experiences, start noticing and observing how this relaxation is deepening, and how that pressure is slowly starting to fade away, and how the freedom that you haven't felt before, haven't experienced before, maybe it's just like this new sense of new freedom. See how that is feeling in your body. Notice and observe how that is making you almost have this deep breath in, like with this deep sigh of relief, a deep sigh of release, with the understanding that you have been wasting so much of your energy on even useless or pointless things. Maybe you had to learn something from those experiences. No, just almost like write a tick next to each of those experiences and let them go. You have learned the lessons, and now you are ready to let them go. And you're ready to experience a life in a way that you might not have experienced before. And how open are you going to be to those new experiences, to this new life, to new you, to new perceptions, to deepen self-love, self-compassion, radiance, and fruition of the new energies, new projects, new feelings, new senses. Are you excited? How does your body feel? Does it feel calm? So just let yourself take another deep breath in, deep breath of relaxation. Deep breath of connection, where you feel like you are connected to yourself and your soul and everything that surrounds you, to all there is. And once you're ready, start gently opening your eyes. Start noticing and observing how you feel. Start noticing and observing your surroundings. Has anything changed? Maybe colors are becoming more vivid. And let yourself be today in this self-inquiry, this observation, connected to your body, connected to your senses. And just noticing and observing these new experiences. And not forgetting to breathe deeply, taking those deep inhales and exhales. And if you're going to find yourself in this pressure or force energy, just take a deep breath and come back to yourself again. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I'm going to look forward to practicing with you next week. And next week it's the last meditation of November meditation series, and we are diving deeper into the energy feeling of passion. I'll see you next week, and have a great weekend. Take care.